Realism Sports Talk with your host, Terrell Jenkins.
Welcome back. We live, producer?
Yes.
Can you hear me clear?
Yes.
I just want to make sure everything's sounding good because I'm looking good. Realism Raw Sports Talk episode 176 part 1. Like, he's laughing at me because I made a mistake. Thank y'all for watching on YouTube. Listen on Spotify. Check us out on our Facebook page at Realism Pod on Twitter and Realism Sports Talk on TikTok. Producer, man, we always got to show love for our patrons. Shout out to our patrons over there. A special shout out to Dirty Dog for winning silver in the Valley's Best. And then my boys at 360 Painting, as you see the logo there, winning gold again for the Valley's Best. I much appreciate you for Justin, Josh, and my brother Derek. I got 2 new subscribers. One of them's name is Ben, because I saw my boy Drew, who's a part of the Raw family. Drew, we love you. Good to see you, bro. Ben, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the show, man. You seem like you knew a lot about sports, so I look forward to that. Also, C. Henry, thanks for the love. Retweet us on Twitter. Much love for my fellas at Fat Boy Fadeaway, Darren and Tyler. We still thinking about you, baby. Far into the bench. I know y'all going crazy. I know Nico's going crazy with his Nuggets. But, hey, you might have your team win the championship, and your boy might have the Bengals win the championship, like I said. Variety Sports Network, always appreciate you. Let's Talk Sports Network. Hey, we still need to do some talking together. And Courtney Harden, I love what you said about women sports. A lot of people don't give women's sports enough credit. I think people need to pay attention, because women's sports are starting to take off. Always love the Commanders. Love for the Black Mamba. And all the love right there for my mama. And if y'all saw the last episode, excuse me, my man, the producer, he's got some interesting friends. But this guy, Brandon, started commenting. And he knows some stuff, man. I was grilling him. I was giving it to him. He knew some stuff. And I want to welcome personally Mr. Brandon Evans, who is in the crib. He's in the crib right now. In the crib. Brandon Evans, who is a Miami Heat fan. So I don't know how he's feeling too much today. But Brandon, on Realism Sports Talk, we talk about Hall of Famers to the local talent. You ready for this?
I'm ready, man.
What am I going to say next?
You're going to say, big time story.
Let's go. But I'm the host of the show, so I shit, this is raw, man. He tried to steal my shit. You know what I mean? On Realism Sports Talk, we talk about sports from Hall of Famers to the local talent to the big time storyline. Hey, and we got Brandon Evans. We got my man B Hands, who's the GOAT. And he's the note. Until he proves me wrong. But on part 1, we're talking about his Miami Heat and what happened in the finals so far. We're talking about the coaching circuit that's going on. And then this guy that's supposed to be the face of the league. Man, Ja-Moron. What the hell's going on? Brandon, how you feeling, baby?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. That's not Brandon.
Yeah, you see the GOAT? He got the GOAT on his chest. He's doing things like that, you know what I'm saying? Only a selected few can wear that, you know what I mean? So let's talk about it, Brandon. I'm going to start with you. The Nuggets. I mean, they look big over the Heat last night. You know what I'm saying? What was your first impression when you started watching the game? Don't go too deep into it where you mess up my topics.
I'm not going to go too deep. The talent level is just not even close. I mean,
you say that every series, though? The Bucks' talent level? Maybe.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, but they can. When Aaron Gordon's your 4th best player, probably, that's pretty good, man. I mean, and Jimmy's got a bunch of undrafted dudes, carrying them along.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So this guy right here, who is a Miami Heat fan, Mr. B. Evans right here, when you were watching the game, you were hyping a little bit in the beginning. What was your initial thoughts after the game?
Miami looks overmatched, really, for the first time, I think.
Really, for the first time?
Maybe not game one before Giannis went down, but they looked like they could at least hang with everybody, even in the losses. Didn't look like that so much last night. Denver has a lot of talent, and I agree. Aaron Gordon, I was sending texts to my friends 5 minutes into the game saying Aaron Gordon is going to be a huge problem for Miami this whole series.
You're right. I agree with both of y'all. I agree with both of y'all. So the coach, I remember in the last episode when I was talking with Darren, I said that the coach for Denver put out there like he's not getting respect or the team's not getting respect. I think that it was about him. You know what I mean? And nobody wants to agree with me. But as the game went on, and what did he say first? Well, I saw what they were doing with the Joker, so I made the game plan. It's about him, which it didn't matter. He was officially right about what he was doing. The only problem was what you're going to do after the fourth quarter, which we'll get to later. But let's talk about the star, Brandon. Let's talk about the star, Mr. Joker, who Darren from Fat Boy Fadeaway said is the best player in the NBA right now. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Best player, you agree too?
I mean, it's hard to say he's not. I can't really say anybody's better.
I think the only other argument is Giannis, and I don't think I would fight someone over that. But yeah. I think I agree. I think it's Jokic.
God, it's crazy to say that, but look, man, he had one shot attempt in the first quarter. One.
Yep, and dominated.
One quarter. In the first half, he had 3 shots. 3 shots in the first quarter, which was more than the whole he had at the free throw line. But we'll get to that. They were up 17 at halftime. Brandon.
Yep.
The first half, Murray, he scored 18 of his 26 points. Your boy Aaron Gordon scored 14 of his 16 points. And Michael Porter Jr. scored 10 of his 14 points because they played that crappy zone like they did against Boston, which you can do against Boston because they don't have a guy that can create like the Joker can. You know what I mean? If you go against a team like that, the Joker's going to sit in the middle and be like, oh, you want to stop me from scoring? Here you go. And that's what happens. You know what I mean? That's unselfish basketball. And I think that was a big thing about it. But then the Joker finished with 27 points, another triple-double. But 10 of his 14 assists were in the first half. So in the second half, Coach Spo, who we think is one of the great coaches also, right?
No, I think he's the best. Hands down.
Yeah, we're going to switch this up now. We want you to score. And then he scored 12 points in the fourth quarter after Miami had changed what they were doing. So here's my question, Brandon. Here's my question. The Heat, it's the first time Heat lost game one of a series this whole postseason, right? The whole postseason. They used that zone against Boston. You can't do it against Denver because the Joker's a playmaker. They were hitting all kinds of shots everywhere, but they missed so many open ones this time.
Yeah.
Why do you think they missed so many? Was it the altitude? Was it fatigue finally catching up? What do you think?
I mean, it could be fatigue. They did miss so many wide open shots in the first half. And then in the fourth quarter, they cut it to 9. As much as it looked like it was over, it still was not over. I think Spoelstra is great enough to make some adjustments to where they can get 2 games. They can get this next game, I think. So.
You think so? I think they have to.
I think they can. They have to if they want a chance to win.
They have to.
But we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Look. Strus is not going to go 0 for 9 again. Like he had
0 for 10.
0 for 10. Sorry, he had wide open looks.
Wide open.
Wide open. In the first quarter, especially, he was getting wide open looks. That's not going to happen again. Even if he makes 3 or 4, I don't know that Miami wins, but it sure looks better, right?
But it's momentum, right? Basketball's about runs and momentum.
Yep.
If he hits some of those threes, you get a little you start getting aggressive now. You're hyped up. Mm-hmm. When you start missing, you're like,
no, and you're not getting to the line at all. So,
it almost seems like Miami's just is kind of regressing back to what they were in the regular season. Maybe they've cooled off a little bit. This was how they were. You would watch games where Max Strus would hit 6 for 9 or something. You watch games where he'd go 0 for 8. It was just kind of the nature of the season. Maybe that's coming back now.
And I'm glad that both of y'all are saying that because Denver's defense is boo-boo. Mm-hmm. They're boo-boo. I call it invert. There's no D. they're Inver. You know what I mean? It was just they missed so many open shots. And so we're looking at it, I'm like, okay, the Heat had the fewest free throw attempts in postseason history.
Yeah.
In postseason, they had two. Jimmy Butler had 0. He had 0. And I think the size, like you said, with Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., and Jokic, they're too big. And Boston didn't know what to do at that moment to get to the lane. I don't know if they didn't want to get there because they were tired or if it was just intimidated because they have no 7-footers on their team. Bam showed up, but they
kind of, yeah.
Logical game. They're like, yeah, let Bam score. We can let nobody else score. That Miami should be doing against Denver. So it's kind of weird for me. But what do you think about Jimmy Butler, Brandon? He had no free throw attempts. He had a bad game, but Jimmy Butler does what he does and says what he says. You know what I mean? He's I ain't scared to tell it. Next game, we will attack the rim. We will do these things. Do you think it's possible with the size of Denver, though?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think Bam had a good game, but that dude is so disappointing to watch to me. He misses point blank layups, but he could just throw it down. Like he's got the talent, but he's just kind of soft. Maybe I don't know is the term. But yeah, no, I do think.
Better than Ayton.
Yeah, I mean, that's not saying much though. But no, I think they will go to the rack more, and Jimmy will shoot more. He was trying to get everybody involved, and he was hitting people wide open. They was just missing wide open threes.
I agree. What do you think?
I think that Denver maybe was letting them get because even some of the jump shots that they were getting weren't bad looks. I think Denver was going to say, sure, beat us. If you're going to beat us with the mid range, we'll accept it. But we're not going to let you get in because that's where Jimmy lives at the rim. I mean, he absolutely
he's a more polished DeMar DeRozan. You know, he's a mid range guy. You know what I'm saying? And Jimmy will hit an occasional three. You know what I'm saying?
I do not mean this to sound like an excuse. Jimmy's shot looked weird last night. I don't know what it was. He was leaning in. I've watched enough to see him do that to know that something wasn't. I'm not saying it was injury or anything, but just something wasn't right with him last night.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, dude. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Anybody that plays basketball, when your jumper's not falling, why? What do they say? Use your legs. They've been using their legs from the play-in tournament after losing the first game all the way through to get to it.
He's not young.
They're tired. Eventually, they have to get tired, bro. Yeah. They had 1 day of rest. And really, was that a day of rest? They probably had practice. They watching film. They doing different kind of things. I mean, you know what I mean? I think
Denver had like a week or two or something. I mean,
they had over a week.
Yeah, Denver had over a week.
You know what I mean? So, and then they're gonna sit there and get fat and happy because the coach is out here making excuses for him for not getting no pub. So, you know what I mean? Which is smart.
The coach had him ready for that zone, though, man. Like you were saying,
exactly.
Even when Jokic wasn't in there, they were demolishing the zone. They were very clearly ready and getting really good shots.
Yep, I agree completely. And so looking at like last year when Denver lost to Golden State, what was their big thing? Go ahead and let Joker score 50. I don't care. We'll win. Because why? The 2-pointer ankle lose. Denver was hitting threes. They were hitting threes. They were getting confident. And when you get your role players confident, because Murray is a killer, he's going to be confident. The Joker already knows what he can do. He's confident. Aaron Gordon's happy to be there because he was down in Miami, in the Magic, not doing shit. And Michael Porter Jr. is happy that he's finally healthy to be able to showcase what he can do. So I think when you get the role players rolling, that's a big time problem.
And KCP's been there before.
He won with my
Bruce
squad.
Brown's a good player too.
We Lakers fans out here.
Yep,
yeah, we beat your team in the bubble. That's right.
You did. No,
that's right.
I'm
the one that didn't really count.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start with you, BE. I'm gonna call you BE.
BE.
Like Bob Evans. Bob Brandon, like Bob Evans. I was a manager of Bob Evans and Brandon. Yeah, we wrote, me, Brandon, and Brandon's brother. We used to, Kevin Griffin, if you watch it, maybe he's in the 14-team league too. That's how the 14-team league started, was Bob Evans. Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So there's rumors coming now that you need a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Since you watched Spider-Man movie and my daughter was there, that's the hero. But you got a different hero. Tyler Hero possibly could come back for game 2. He's probable for game 3. Do you think that's something that can help your squad or hurt? Because when he went down, it seemed like all those undrafted players stepped up. What do you think? Can he be something to help them?
I think so. In limited minutes off the bench, I get back to the size thing. It's not like Hero's bringing a lot of inches to the table here.
He's bigger than some of them.
Yeah, he's bigger than Gabe Vincent for sure.
Yeah, but Vincent can score on you. He can score.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can.
Him and Duncan might have been about the same player, really.
I don't see it. I think it could help. I don't see it having a massive. You're not going to give the guy 40 minutes a game straight off of this injury. He's going to be giving
not 40.
He's going to be giving you probably 15, maybe 20 off the bench. And if he can be a spark plug, sure. But I worry.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's not going to go over 10, and he's not going to go 1 for 7 like Mark did either. I don't know. I'm just going to let you know that because Hero's got a little oomph in him.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't got nothing like the Mamba right there, but he's got a little oomph in him. What you think, Brandon? Can Hero do something to help them? Or would that mess up the chemistry? Because he went out and they started rolling. What do you think?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna mess anything up. He didn't have a great year like he did 2 years ago when he played ridiculous.
Because he got that contract, got that.
Yeah, it'll help. I think Oladipo is a bigger loss right now because
that's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, hold on, Brandon. I want you to finish, Brandon, because Darren on the show said. Was it Darren that was like he stops the ball and he hurts the team?
He's right.
Oh, and another, I
fully agree. He can score some points though.
Talented. But he does. But he stops the flow, and that's what Miami's been so good at in this postseason has been that ball movement. Oladipo's.
So if you can pick one of them to come back, Hero, Oladipo, you're picking Hero.
I think so, but it's also just more because I think Hero's got a little bit more. Oladipo's never was quite the same after the knee stuff. But yeah, I would think Hero could help us more.
Okay, go ahead, Brandon. Finish what you're saying.
No, he's probably right. I just think they need a little bit. Oladipo can score. He can hit a 3 every now and then, and Hero coming off a broken hand. I just don't know if he's going to be able to, be the same player this year.
I feel you. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Right now, with the Miami Heat, with their run and probable run that they're on right now, you better get Hero some minutes because everybody else is tired of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So Udonis has him in that bitch. I mean, for a little
you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You better go tell Alonzo Mourning to come out the stands and put on some fucking jersey or something and do something out here.
He looks like
you know what I mean? I'm just saying, I think he would be fresh. He's engaged on the sidelines watching the games. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's sitting there pouting. He's engaged. So let that energy flow. You never know what basketball is a game. When the energy surges, it can transform anything. You know what I mean? From a dunk to a 3, some crazy foul, technical, whatever. Basketball is one of those type of sports where momentum can change like that. That's why it's always full of runs. You don't see runs in football when motherfuckers put up 40 points and the next team does that. In baseball, ain't nobody putting up 8 runs and the next team put up 8 runs. Unless you're going against the Mets because we give up everything. But anyway, Jared's like, Matt, shoot shot.
Well, and hey, man, you put Hero in there for 10 minutes, and if he goes 0 for 4 or something isn't feeling, you pull him and you don't give him any more minutes. It doesn't, pop him in and see what he can do.
You have nothing to lose.
I mean, it's another body. So it's foul with somebody. You never know.
Exactly. Another body, another defensive play because he can play some defense.
He's all right.
He's okay defensively. Yeah. He's okay defensively. I mean, we'll see. So going with the game 2 predictions, me and Brandon both said that Miami, it's a must win. And it's crazy to say it's a must win when you're on the road as an 8 seed going against the 1 seed in the West. Is this a must win?
Yeah, I think it's a must win. I mean, you got to get one at home regardless. This is probably going to be your best chance, I think.
How does Miami win? What do they need to do to win? That's your team. That's your team right there.
They need to hit their threes.
Because they came up real small like this jersey. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yep. No, yeah, they need to hit their threes. Like I was saying before, we were maybe at the very start. If they hit 3 or 4 more threes, maybe they don't win, but it's close. It doesn't look as bad as it did. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe Denver makes adjustments.
Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah. That said, Denver didn't shoot great from 3 either. They could be better, but yeah, Miami's got to hit their threes, and they got to get to the rim. I think Jimmy's absolutely right. They got to start drawing fouls. You can't shoot 2 foul shots in an NBA Finals game.
Dude, your team lost by 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and it was worse than that.
But And to Brandon's
As
credit,
bad
he said,
as you
Coach
played,
Spo
though, yeah.
is the best
Mhm,
coach.
mhm.
You were getting destroyed.
Mhm.
Dude, I cut the shit off. I cut it off. But then you lose by 11. You have a run in the fourth quarter to 11-0 run. 11-0 run. You know what I mean? What do they say? When they're bigger than you, what do you got to do? Be faster than them. Another reason why I think hero. What do you think Miami has to do to win, Brandon?
I mean, yeah, they definitely got to hit those shots. They got to get to the line. And I
Get
think
to the line.
Jimmy will be vintage Jimmy this next game. He figured something out at the end of the game. You could tell him walking off the court talking with somebody. He doesn't seem worried, but he never does. So I think they'll have a plan, and I think they can pull this game 2 out. Of course, I said that about the
I'll
last
tell
game
you what.
too, but I was wrong.
If game 2 does not even look remotely close or looks the same way that game 1 does, I guarantee you, which we'll talk about later, that Adam Silver will breaking news: Ja-Moron suspended for the whole year because ain't nobody watching the finals no more. That shit will be over. Nobody's even watching the shit. You know what I mean? So anyway, I agree with both of y'all. I think that they have to be aggressive. Hey, get him in foul trouble. Aaron Gordon will foul out. He will foul out. You get those trees out of there. I honestly think, and I've dogged this dude all year, I think Fat Lowry needs to play some more.
Yeah, he
Fat
does.
Lowry's
He does.
He's got the veteran leadership.
And he
When
will hit
those
a clutch
moments-
shot.
Yeah, when that momentum is shifting and you're like, and everything's falling apart with these undrafted players, Fat Lowry can say, and I call him Fat Lowry. But anyway, I'm a Georgetown fan. He played at Villanova, so hell with him.
And I think he hit 2 threes during the 11-0 run
Yeah,
in the
he
fourth
did.
or something. Yeah,
He
he was
did.
getting good just screen action.
He's not gonna be intimidated by that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? He's got a ring. You know what I mean? People are gonna listen to him. Jimmy Butler's trying to get that ring. You know, so I think that he needs to play a little bit more. I think it could be Lowry and Hero that changes the series. I really do. Because Bam all year and even last year has played well against Denver. Bam's numbers always look good against them, but so do the Jokers. So let them offset each other. Let the Joker score 50 and lose like he did against Golden State last year. Let him do that. Play perimeter defense and stop that 3. That's
Double
what it
Murray.
is.
You know what I'm saying?
Murray's one of those guys, but can you stop him?
I mean, if you double
I
him,
think-
that's leaving Porter open or someone, so it's just tough.
Why not?
I mean,
all
yeah, I
about
would
that.
double him. I mean, I'd let Porter shoot over Murray. So
That's right. Get the ball out of his hands. 2s won't beat you. 3s will, and fouls. And get to the line. And y'all ain't getting to the lines.
and
that's what y'all
Joker
need
gets
to do.
a lot of calls. I know stars get calls, but he gets the touchiest fouls, especially in Denver. Because there was shit that shouldn't even been called. He is getting it. I'm like, come
Especially in
on,
Denver.
man. Yeah.
I thought Denver had I didn't think it was a horribly officiated game. I'll say that from a
wasn't terrible,
perspective. But you're exactly right. Yeah, there was a couple where I was like, really, that's a foul? Okay,
Yeah.
Because we're all humans, dude. We're humans. So, like I said, momentum. Dude, what did I say in the first half? What did I say in the first half? Murray had 18 points out of his 26 in the first half. Gordon had 14 out of his 16 in the first half. Michael Porter Jr. had 10 out of his 14. Momentum was going there, so of course the call's going to go there. You're an official. Yeah, you're still a human. You're feeling the crap. Yeah, fine one, yeah. Just like a baseball like doing all this extra shit. Or Ed Hockey League doing his muscles like, first hand. I mean, they want to be stars too. They can get a commercial deal. They want to make money. We're human beings. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. That's why I want to hear now. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I think we all agree on Sunday. It's a big games. We'll see if Hero even plays. He might not. But
It's Sunday. It's not tomorrow.
I thought it says Sunday.
It's
Sunday.
Sunday. There's
It's
an
Sunday.
extra day.
So that
really?
helps the Heat too, right?
Yeah, I think that's gonna help.
That helps
too.
the Heat too right there.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what's going on. I'm definitely cheering for Miami. Sorry, Nika.
Yeah, I am
Sorry,
too.
Nika.
I am too.
But I like Jimmy Butler. I wanted him to be a Laker, but we're not gifted enough because LeBron can't share that. He can't have somebody that's going to be in his ass.
That's right.
Because Jimmy Butler got in the Cat's ass, Wiggins' ass, and then went to Philly and got Hart, everybody's ass.
Mm-hmm.
He would have got LeBron's ass too.
Yeah.
He don't want that. LeBron wants yes men. That's what he wants. And that's why he'll win sometimes and lose a lot.
Ain't gonna win
Anyway,
no more.
but anyway, let's get to the coaching circuit where LeBron actually won a a bubble ring kind of something when Kobe died, where it was gifted to us. And this coach was Frank Vogel. And on the last episode, I said Boston should hire him to be the lead assistant coach for their young coach. And here we go. Phoenix hires Frank Vogel. You think it's a good hire, Brandon?
Yeah, I do. I think he's good. I think he's a good coach. I mean, I don't know why we fired him. I guess LeBron didn't want him there. I think the coach we have now is worse. I mean, so.
Do you think you don't like Darvin Ham?
No. What is he? I mean, he makes no adjustment. He doesn't do anything. He did the dumbest shit with a start lineups against Denver in the playoffs I've ever seen in my life. Ran with a small lineup. Like,
dude, he had to transform the whole team after Russell Westbrook left with all these new pieces. I think he did all right.
I mean,
dude,
you
he got like 8
swept, bro.
new
Like,
players
I
that had
mean,
to like adjust on that shit.
but you got apparently this great LeBron James. What do you have to really coach and adjust? You know?
LeBron's
AD and you got
LeBron was hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, he was. Of course he was, because he lost.
He got swept too.
Yeah, would you have heard that if he was playing now? He wouldn't be hurt, you know, if he was playing now.
Exactly right. If they're the one, he'd be like, yeah,
he ain't hurt,
whatever.
man. He ain't hurt.
He's
Y'all got out to some good leads. You had a lot of games taking leads into the fourth quarter, didn't you?
Dude,
into the third, and that's what I just the team looked gassed at the end. It looked like you had him figured out. And then
LeBron's washed up, man. I mean, he's 38, but he's done.
This is gonna be a huge question for you, B. Evans. B. Evans.
Bob.
What ranking do you give LeBron James? All-time greats.
Talking all time. Well, I mean, I grew up watching Jordan, and I think just the
we
kid in
all
me
did.
is
So Jordan's one.
We all know that.
Who's two though? And you ain't got to say who's two.
Yeah, because it's Timmy.
Who's ranked higher? LeBron.
It's tough. It's really tough.
Where's my gun
It's
at?
really tough, man. It's really tough.
Is it that tough?
It is. I think
not.
it's really tough.
Is it that tough?
Yeah, I do.
Let me ask you another question first, because
No.
I've asked this on 2 different shows. Okay, you're a Heat fan.
Mhm.
You saw LeBron James with 2 rings with y'all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, see, no.
Oh, no, let
I
me
dislike
finish.
the Heat then too, but
You saw Ray Allen.
How you dislike him then?
because LeBron.
What? Oh, you saw Ray
Get into
Allen
all
with
that
a
if you
ring.
want to.
So you don't.
I'm confused.
I mean,
So I like Jimmy Butler.
So you like the Bulls?
Yes, I did. And when
And
the
you like
Bulls got
Minnesota.
rid of him and said you can't build a championship team around him, I said, "Fuck you, Chicago." I'm sorry, my law.
Yeah, it's wrong, baby. It's wrong.
Okay, yeah, I did. I said, "Well, that's the stupidest damn thing I've ever seen. You wasted Derrick Rose's prime, not putting enough good guys around him, and then you're gonna let Jimmy walk." So I said, "I'm done with this organization." There you go.
Yo.
That's some raw stuff.
You might be the first person I've ever heard say I follow where Jimmy Butler goes.
Yeah. And then honestly, I watched Miami. I did watch him in Philly. He was the Minnesota thing was a nightmare. I watched him in Philly. That was fun. I watched him in the bubble, and I was like, okay, this team is cool. I kept watching. I buy into the Heat culture stuff. Like I think it's cool. The team reminds me of a very kind of like 90s team too. Like it's kind of grit and grind almost. Like it's slow it down. It's good defense. The kind of stuff that I like watching.
Great coach.
Yeah, great coach too.
I said that if Jimmy Butler were to win this ring, he would be the second best Miami Heat player ever, behind Wade.
I think Miami fans would probably agree with you.
Because I think LeBron's rings were, your team had everybody on it. And then you lost to Dirk.
Dirk. You lost to Dirk and Jason Terry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Dirk and Jet. Yeah.
Sean Marion.
Yeah.
Brendan Haywood. Remember that fool from North Carolina? I
Yep.
hate his ass.
Tyson Chandler on that team too, I think. On that Dallas
I
team.
think
maybe.
he was.
Maybe.
I think he was.
Yeah.
He was a Bull fan, huh?
Yeah, I think Tyson Chandler was on that team. But they didn't have a lot of stuff around those big 3, though. I mean, no.
What?
Okay.
They had Ray
Alonzo
Allen.
Mourning and Gary Payton both got a ring with them.
Ray
Allen
Allen.
gave LeBron a ring
Ray Allen did. Ray
by
Allen
beating
did.
the producers Spurs
Yeah,
because Coach Pop, who's the best coach ever, took Tim Duncan out the game and I didn't get the damn rebound. Anyway, go ahead.
Gary Payton was not Gary Payton by the time he was there.
Well, he was Gary Payton with us.
He was booty when we lost.
Yeah. And I mean, like Haslam was good. They had the Birdman, but like I don't know. They were that was the narrative the whole time is that the role players aren't good enough.
Yo, you said the Birdman. I want you to respond to that. Birdman, Nico. He gave a shout out to your boy, the Birdman. We want to have the Birdman on Relative Sports Talk.
I do like
Nico
Birdman.
from Far End of the Pitch they're cool. Like he grew up with the Birdman.
Oh, he grew up with
you know
Chris
what I'm saying?
Anderson, whatever.
If you watch the episode,
Cool.
Brandon, you ain't watched the episode.
I don't think I heard that.
The very
I
first
watched
show.
it.
The very first time he was we on his show or he was on ours?
He was on ours.
He was on ours. That's when he was like, he's never coming back on again. Anyway, yeah, he knows the Birdman. Like he calls him Chris. Like they're cool like that.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, go producer.
I've heard you say that Greg Popovich, the greatest coach of all time, pulled Tim Duncan. Ray Allen shot a 3. Tim Duncan was not going to guard that 3
Okay,
ball.
before that,
It
was a rebound and got kicked back out to Ray Allen. Pay attention.
And they did get screwed in
missed
that
shot.
game too, though.
LeBron shot a 3 and missed the shit.
Yeah.
And it got rebounded by Chris Bosh, thrown to Ray Allen, hits the 3.
Because
if Tim
Duncan was
Duncan's in
out.
there,
I don't
he
know
gets
why
the
Duncan
rebound.
was out. I don't know
He
why.
gets the
The
rebound.
second best player ever to play basketball is in that
Oh,
game.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
right.
I wouldn't
You're
go
right.
for
Who's that?
We win that. Tim Duncan.
He's the second
I love
best Spur
Timmy.
ever and shit. No.
He might be the best power forward ever.
This
Yeah,
is
he's
the
the
thing
best
about
power
Terrell.
forward.
Terrell don't care about trophies until they got more trophies.
What?
I mean, it doesn't matter because Kobe's got 1 MVP when we know he should have way more
MVPs
than
mean
that.
nothing. We see why. That
But it don't matter, does it?
But it don't.
Because Kobe doesn't have to. But if Kobe had 2, and
Jordan
Jimmy only
don't
had
have that
1,
many either.
then
I
it
mean,
would always
Jordan don't
be
have many.
Kobe's got 2, so that
No.
MVP
helps
is
his-
a,
Let me
is
ask
a
you a question.
bullshit award.
Let me just end this right now, okay?
he's got more hardware
Let me
than
ask.
Kobe Bryant.
Let me end this whole situation right now, live on Relative Sports Talk, episode 176, part 1. The biggest talented game with all the talented basketball players is what? The NBA All-Star game, right? What is their trophy called for the MVP of that game?
Yeah. Tim Duncan. Oh,
It's
no,
called the
no.
Kobe fucking Bryant trophy.
That's right. That's
Is
right.
it the one that doesn't matter?
No, the
Yeah.
MVP
I
doesn't
think-
matter. The MVP does not
Again,
matter.
it doesn't matter until it needs to matter.
No, it never matters. Joel Embiid, is he the best player in basketball? No.
The MVP is about the MVP
It's a-
award
it's
is
a-
about all
Political
kinds of
bullshit
shit.
award.
I mean, whatever. I said the NBA All-Star Game
Yeah.
MVP trophy
Kobe
is
Bryant,
named
right?
after
Yeah.
who?
Kobe.
Yeah, exactly.
Because why? He's the best All-Star player ever.
I'm going to go to where I was about
Does
to
Tim
go.
Duncan have anything named after him? He got a soccer cleat, maybe. I
I
don't
think he
fucking
has a gay nightclub named after him.
Well, it's your month, Tim Duncan. Go, girl.
I mean, hey, I ain't knocking nobody's sexuality. He don't flaunt it.
I respect Tim Duncan.
Gay or
I
not,
do
he's still
too.
got more hardware than Kobe Bryant.
No, he,
Does he? Because he don't have no more rings. He's got a half a ring in that strike season, I guess.
yeah, that little strike league, that strike
He's
year.
got the same
Against
amount of-
Charlie
he's
Ward
got
and
the
them,
same
I mean,
amount of
ooh.
championships.
Same amount of rings and 1 more MVP.
He's
And
got
he
one
also
more
played
Finals
with the
MVP,
best
and he's got
center of
one
his
more
time.
regular season MVP.
So does Steve
Right.
Nash.
That's more hardware.
Steve Nash has more than both of them. They don't mean
No,
shit.
shit.
Steve Nash doesn't have the.
He has 2
Larry
MVPs.
Trophy.
But he has 2 MVPs.
But he doesn't.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the. He
I
doesn't
love
have the,
Steve
he doesn't
Nash,
have the
but he
final
doesn't have the
trophies.
So
championship.
you
I don't
y'all
know.
Robert
can
Horry
honest-
has 7
say that.
championships. That means nothing. Am I right?
Dude, I've
Robert
already
Horry's
debated
got
this.
7. Robert Horry's got 7.
And you're still wrong about it. And
Am I wrong about it though?
Yes.
Who has done more with less?
Just because he walked around pumping.
Who has done more with less? You forget Kobe never did that. That's why
Duncan
the
is
media
not
hated
Shaq.
him.
So why we would
Hall of
argue
Famers,
that
yeah.
Shaq is.
But honestly though,
We didn't go out in search of Hall of Famers. Greg Popovich created Hall of Famers.
okay, just because.
did.
So
He
what?
didn't
It's the same
create
Steph Curry.
Duncan.
It's the same Steph Curry argument. Yeah, they drafted all these Hall of Famers, but they still motherfucking Hall of Famers.
Okay, but
He
you
didn't
don't know
draft
that
David
it's
Robinson.
I'm not saying anything about the organization. Great job. Great job, organization. Steelers, Patriots, great job. Great job with your drafting. Great job. But so what?
Yeah.
I think you're just jealous that we had
What is it?
that the second best player to ever play the game played on.
He's
a
not
team
better
named
than
the
Shaq, dude. He can't be the second best player ever. That's just.
I just think
He's the best power forward
I can't
ever.
even believe
That's
we're
it.
talking about Tim Duncan in this.
I don't know
so-
how he got in this conversation with LeBron. I mean, 'cause
I
don't
said
belong in
LeBron
this
and Kobe,
conversation.
and we got Tim
Because
Duncan.
you pull Tim Duncan and Ray
Shoot
Allen
bank
makes
shots.
the three. That's where we got it. You said his name first.
And honestly, I would much rather
He's
the
living
Spurs, I would much
rent-free.
rather have Tim Duncan have 6 rings and LeBron have 3. Honestly, I would much rather have that because I know that Kobe and Tim Duncan, there's no comparison. Like there's nothing that you can.
Yeah,
there's
you
nothing.
can't even compare
There's
the
not-
two. Like
You know what I mean? Like I just feel like it's not even.
But again,
Tim Duncan
he
wouldn't
has
even
more
think
rings.
that.
I just feel like Robert Ory's got more
Yeah, Robert always got 7.
Robert Ory was a great role player.
for both
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and
So
the
Tim
Rock-
Duncan.
Rock-
right
and
here.
the Rockets, and the
yeah.
Rockets.
Robert Ory was a great role player.
We'll pick this up again.
Look,
Yeah,
we
maybe
didn't
we
went
do.
off topic. All right, so look, Boston said they're sticking with their coach. Is that we know Coach Bud is out there as well as others? Is that a good decision, Brandon? You think Boston should do that? They're talking about keeping Jaylen Brown and their coach. You
Yeah.
think that's a good decision? Why?
I mean, I don't think the coach did bad, man. I mean, they just, I don't know. And I'm going to catch it for whatever. Jason Tatum, to me, is just mid, dude. Not a number one guy. He's like, he just don't have it, man. He disappears a lot.
Wow.
He's talented. He's super talented. Don't get me wrong. But there's so many times where he just disappears. That he can blame his ankle, but, dude, mentally, I just don't think he has it. He don't have it mentally. He don't have it.
The one time that he really looked like, and I love Jason Tatum. I'm a
Don't
Duke-
say you're a Duke
Don't say
fan.
you're a Duke fan,
Right.
right?
I almost wore my Duke gear tonight. I should have worn my
You
Duke
know, if
gear
he'd have wore
tonight.
that shit, he'd have never walked in this goddamn door.
But the one time that Tatum looked like he had it, that he was locked in mentally, was when Udoka was last year with Ime Udoka, when he was holding everyone in that locker room accountable, and he was yelling at him, and he was getting on. He was being the leader. I think you're right. I don't think, at least right now, Tatum doesn't have that like alpha dog leader. type
Jaylen
of,
Brown
like,
has more of it than he does.
I think he does.
Does
too.
he?
Yeah. I think he does too. But I think Tatum has more natural, just like ability.
He's more talented.
Yeah, but I think that that's also kind of part of the problem. I mean, Smart's got it in spades. Smart, but like, is the best guy being the like emotional leader of the team? Is that good? Like,
Depends on if that guy's Kobe Bryant or not.
I mean,
He's like a Ron Artest and shit, I guess. But
yeah. He's like a Ron Artest, but Kobe,
That's
but
good.
Kobe
And we need
was
to-
still the leader of that team. Though.
Ron Artest helped us win that
Oh
last ring.
yeah, he did. Yeah, but Kobe was still very much. There was no question. I feel like sometimes Marcus Smart feels like he's the best player on the team.
I don't know about that. I think
kinda-
he's confident in what he does.
and I kind of love that about him. I think it's
Why
great
not?
that he's
If you're on the
I
court,
like
you
Marcus
should be the
Smart. I'm
best
always
at everything. Dude, I think I'm the best at everything I do.
yeah.
I don't do much, like Benny
I
Siegel
don't
said,
do much.
but I think I'm the best. I'll play fucking cornhole outside
Mhm.
and think I'm the best. I'll play beer pong. I'll play whatever. I'll debate you and think I'm the best. It doesn't matter what I do. I think I'm the best.
Mhm.
And that's a mentality, like you said, that Marcus Smart has.
Mhm.
You think you're the best.
Yeah.
Stop shooting threes all the time, Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
But you think you're going to make it. You want that.
Yep.
Like you said. Who is that?
Brandon has opinions. Kano.
Kano?
Hold
Hold on. I've seen that name before. Who's that?
That's Squid.
Is
It's
that
called-
the black cocksucking dude? Yo, there's the dude. Hey, I appreciate you being a patron, man. Thank you, Squidworth. Is it Squidworth?
It's so.
It's Squid.
It's not
John
whatever
Ross
you
Rocket
just called him,
Power
I'm sure.
Cartoon. It was a cartoon on Nickelodeon from like the early 2000s, maybe late 90s. A bunch of people skateboard, and there was a character named Squid. That's where it comes from.
I don't know.
Okay, back to the scheduled program. What
Yeah.
the fuck was that shit?
I don't know.
But anyway, I don't know what Brandon he's talking about.
His
I
nickname's
guess
Squid.
him.
No, he said something about Brandon.
Brandon
It
has
to be
opinions.
you because you're his.
I don't know
friend.
him.
Oh.
I don't know him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's goat.
Oh,
You're
yeah. I have opinions.
Are you not paying attention?
No.
He's got opinions. We
I've
all got
opinions.
opinions are like assholes. We all got one. It could be wrong, or it could be tight, or it could be constipated. Who knows? Who knows, right?
Mhm.
There
Yeah.
it is. There it is. Squid! What's up, Squid? Hey, man, I appreciate Squid though. He looked
Yeah,
out a
no
little bit.
doubt.
So let's get to the last thing on this episode before we get to the football.
All right.
Ja-Moron.
Hmm.
We already know. We know LeBron's closing in on the end. We know all these super Steph Curry has to get there. So we started looking at these different players, and the biggest one we thought of was Ja-Moron, right? And then we see the Memphis Grizzlies. What were they? What were they? The 2 seed
Yeah.
or the 3? Either way, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
They were the
3.
2
Yeah,
seed.
2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, in the West. Now, granted, the West was weaker, but still, right?
Mhm.
2 seed in the West. You're the face of it. You're up for a $200-some million contract, but you can't, like Stephen A. Smith said, stay off the guns, motherfucker. What the fuck are you doing, dude? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then the commissioner comes out saying the stuff that he said. He's like, well, we got more evidence. We're going to wait to the end of the finals so we don't, do this and mess up the players that are playing and all this different stuff. I'm sitting here like, this dude's going to get suspended the whole freaking year. But I'm curious to know what they found out. What do you think about it?
No, yeah, I feel like it's either something really big or people are going to perceive it as being way too small. Because if it's appropriate, it feels like it doesn't distract from this
But
stuff.
ain't nothing he's done been appropriate.
No,
yet.
yeah, exactly. I feel like it's going to be minimum half season. I feel like that's
Minimum half season.
Yeah, I feel like minimum half.
So, Brandon, before you talk about it,
Mhm.
I remember many times, maybe even last season, we talked about this many times on the show. We talked about his father, and I'm not talking his father, whatever. Great job supporting him.
Yeah.
But it's support your kid when he's a fucking millionaire. But anyway, he's the millionaire, not your ass. He's out here with his sunglasses with a solo cup. And we would talk about this all the time. Like, yo, he needs to cut that out because that's going to be a negative influence on him. And I'm not saying that's the reason, but when your dad's sitting there front row fighting
And
with
it's-
people, doing red solo cups and the glasses, chains on, running your mouth, win or lose, you ain't even winning sometimes. You losing sometimes. You still doing all these different things. What do you think, Brandon? Do you think that has a stemming from that? Because he doesn't come from no ghetto neighborhood, so fake
Yeah, I
tough
mean, his
guy. how you
dad's
doing?
like 39 years old too, so he's still a young and acting stupid. So
39 young?
What is he?
It's
I mean,
39.
it's pretty young.
How old are you?
I'm 36. I feel like
But I'm
that's-
saying
Dude,
he's
you're
not like
36 years old. I'm 46 years old, and I look way younger than this
That's
motherfucker
right.
right here.
black
'Cause
don't crack, right?
Black don't crack unless you smoking it. Anyway, go ahead, Brandon.
Nah, I mean, yeah, I think the parents' accountability, but also the Minnesota front office. Maybe you gotta look at them. Maybe they found something else because the video, the recent one, there's nothing illegal he did. I don't see how you can be suspended for something like that. He had a gun, which is legal.
It's legal in the world.
It's
but
legal
when
where
you're
he's
a part
at.
of a corporation or a job, they have their own.
Unless if
individual-
that was in his contract, then yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He
Yeah.
did something wrong.
Conduct detrimental to the league.
Like if I'm making
Yeah.
$50 million a year and they say, hey, Terrell, you cannot say shit no more. Shit
Yeah.
will never come out of my mouth again. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean? I
mean-
can say shit when I walk outside, but I can't do it on the, you know what I mean?
If
So,
it's-
go
I
ahead.
mean, he's an idiot. He's guilty of being an idiot for sure. He wants to be tough or a gangster or something, and he's not. And he better chill out because a real gangster might catch up with him. But
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly. Oh, Facebook fake tough guy. You
Yeah,
better watch out. You better watch out because big, whatever. I don't know. I was gonna say some racial slang name, but I ain't gonna do it. So even if he gets suspended, you said 50 games.
I think half season. I think 40 was it 41 minimum.
What did Gilbert Arenas get?
I'm up for game play. Did he? Did he ever play again?
No,
he got?
the
He,
producer's
full
gonna look at
year.
it right now,
got
yo.
over half season. He also brought it in the locker room,
But he put it in the
Well,
locker
I
room.
think is could be argued as worse.
It is worse,
But
but
did he pull it on anybody?
we don't know what Ja-Moron did.
That's also true.
He's beating up 17-year-old kids, putting guns in their mouth.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just one incident. I mean, it was beating
We
up
don't know.
teenagers. It was.
Gilbert Arenas got a full year.
Yeah, I thought he
So
got a
you
full
might
year.
be right. You might be right on with half the year, but I think because after he got suspended 8 games,
Yeah.
he went up there and talked to the commissioner and was like, and then comes out, I need to do better. Even when they lost their playoff series, he was like, my distraction was involved in this. I'll do better. I'm gonna do all these things. and then you get caught with more shit. I feel like that's gonna be some Draymond Green punishment. Like, dude, we done told you 18 times, dude. You keep on wanting to do it. Now you're suspended for the whole year.
And didn't he
I
issue his
think the
apology
whole
with
year
some artificial
he's out.
intelligence or something? Like a chat bot? Didn't he create an apology using didn't he create his
Is that what that
apology
was?
using a
Really?
chat, like chat GBT or something? Yeah.
Even worse. Oh my God. My boy Fred. My boy Fred. Hey, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Who's Laura?
What's up, Laura?
That is his girlfriend.
Girl?
Does she have a black cock too?
God damn.
Sorry, Squidward. I'm an asshole sometimes. This is raw, baby. I'm sorry, dude. It's raw. I'm sorry.
He said chat CBD. Is that what it is? Oh, shit. I'm smoking CBD.
No.
No, but my boy Fred was telling me about that. Yo, you can say something. They'll create a whole story, a book.
That's
create
what
all
he
kinds of
used to create his apology.
shit. So he wasn't even sincere about that.
Not even sincere about it.
He's
so
getting a year.
You might be right. You
I
might be
think he's.
absolutely
I
right.
think
He's
he's
getting
getting
a year,
it.
yo.
I think he is too.
He's getting a year.
Nike's gonna drop him too. So
He's gonna, yo. Oh my, what are you
They
doing?
They pulled his shoe, right? Didn't
Yeah,
they?
They
yeah.
didn't. Well,
they
didn't
still
pull it.
selling it.
They
They
didn't
still
release
selling it.
it.
Yeah.
They paused the release.
Okay.
Now they gonna pull it.
Yeah.
They gonna put someone
Yeah.
else's name on.
They about to do a Relevance Sports Talk shoe. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, fellas, thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Good
God.
convo. BE.
I thought it was good. Yeah.
Terrell, I got
like
one.
my fiance.
It is raw. Like my fiance's giant. Yes, Squid. See, this is what I'm talking about, Brandon. This is why I said I like the guy, because he's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I might get lonely one day and call Squid. I'm like, hey, you like that job?
I do too.
I'm fucking with you. I'm like,
I do want to give him a shout out. I said girlfriend because I stumbled for a second. I wasn't sure if they were wanting that out there, if they were getting married.
Oh,
That's a recent thing. They
I
are.
don't know
They are
him, but-
recently.
did he already propose to her?
He said fiance on there, so I assume.
Oh
it's
my,
okay
yo!
to
If
say
you
it.
the
Yep.
fuck,
Congratulations.
yo, if you the fuck that up,
Uh-huh.
Brandon,
I
think
know,
about
no,
think
I
about
know.
if she didn't know and he was like fiance. She'd be like, hold on, what the, you could have fucked up.
I could have. I pulled it back, but then Cody on there, Squid said fiance. So
So
I
his
think
name
it's
is
okay.
Cody.
His name is Cody.
Cody what?
Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare.
There you go.
Hey, Cody Rhodes got a black woman.
Yeah, he
Squid
does.
Cody's got a black cop. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what's going on here? We picked the date already. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Cody
man.
and
Congratulations.
your wife Laura. Congratulations. Hope everything works out good. Congratulations. All right, we're about to finish this up because we got episode 2, NFL fantasy football advice from champions like myself and the GOAT Brandon. Have you ever won?
Yeah, I've won the second most in our league.
No, I said rings, titles, dude.
Yeah, for fantasy football.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How many times you won?
I've won 2, right? Yeah, I've
What'd you
won twice.
win?
We just have a stupid trophy and some money. Yeah, just some dumb trophy that we made ourselves. I mean, it's not dumb, but you know, some
It's
money.
like the Shiva.
Yeah, kinda.
You know about the league?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That was
I
mine.
fuck with him now. Yo, you don't even know. All my peoples that I fuck with, I'm like, yo, you gotta watch the league, bro. The league, yeah, it's some corny. No offense, white people and shit, but that shit's good as fuck. Give me some, BE. The league, Brandon. You ain't never watched that, have you?
I've seen some episodes. Yeah.
The
I don't watch a
league
lot of
is
TV. though.
classic type shit, dude. Taco, Ruxin, come on, man. It's your birthday today. Come on. You ever seen it, producer?
You've asked me. I'm gonna get into it.
That means
You
no.
How did you
I
like
don't know.
That means no.
the rest of our
No, I
like,
just said no, but I'm gonna get into it.
the rest of our fantasy league was obsessed with it, and he's never seen it.
That's why I ain't ever won shit.
That's why
Yo,
he's never won.
Bagoya. Come
Yo,
on,
Bagoya.
dude. Carmangelo. My name is, what's his name? His name is
Wait, who?
Carmangelo.
Yeah.
Carmangelo.
Uh-huh.
Come on, man.
All right.
Yo, the league was the shit. Yo, I'm telling y'all, fantasy football advice next. Brandon's won multiple times. I've won multiple times. This guy said he won 2 with some beat up trophy or some shit. I don't know. Produce, how many times you won?
In that league, none.
How many times he say?
Big old goose egg.
How many times is Tim Duncan better than Kobe? How many times you won? None.
I think you might be the only
Well, y'all
person on
gonna be-
earth to think
Y'all
that.
go, well, he's gonna be in the Raw League this year. He's gonna get
God.
destroyed.
Probably.
He's gonna get destroyed, dude. Yo, he's Brandon. Jared's gonna get destroyed.
I mean, it's not easy.
Like Swole did. Watch.
No. Swole talked all that shit, didn't he?
And he's gonna
Won
get
2
in the other
games.
league.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
All right, Relatives First Time Raw, episode 176, part 1 concludes. Thank you for the GOAT, Brandon, and for the Note, Brandon, who actually was all right. Y'all kind of, started to wear on me a little bit. Much love for the producer, always doing things behind the scenes or on the scene. He keeping us extra clean, and you know who I is. Hey, be right back. Appreciate it.